Dunzo, a very famous, relatively in south of India, service that allows you to, move a good from one place to another without physical interference of an actual person who wants to deliver. So Dunzo saw a merit in coming out with a service that allows you to move things. A quick service platform was later expanded to north of India, here in Delhi, various other parts of north of India. Suddenly, in the middle of 2023, looked like they're not doing too well because they were letting go of people and there was no realization when it came to profit, perhaps some sort of a hit on bottom line immediately after pandemic. So another story there that is not doing too well after pandemic sort of started fading away.
So I think, the bottom line was always red. So, there's no surprise there. And that is, of course, the case with most startups. And since we are talking startups, I think, correct, Dunzo stands out as one of those companies, yet another one of those companies that did not really make it, to good news in 2023. Now remember, of course, it was a company, it started in Bangalore, it was a company where a rider could go to a location, pick up something for you, buy it for you, or pick it up from somebody else and deliver it to you. And then it expanded across the country, including Delhi NCR. Now, who are the real investors that we are talking about in Dunzo? We are talking about Google and we are talking about Reliance, right? Two big, gigantic investors, one global big tech behemoth called Google and of course India's largest company called Reliance, and these two together owning almost half of the company. But we'll come to the challenges there subsequently. What was the real problem? I think 2022 onwards, we also saw that this whole business model of quick delivery started coming into question. Quick commerce, as it is referred to. So it started with Grofers, which is now called Blinkit and has since been picked up by Zomato as one of its subsidiary companies. But when Grofers started with this 9-minute delivery, if I'm not mistaken, it was a disruption, right?
Revolution.
And this is something that really, for the right or the wrong reasons, got everybody to get up and take notice that it's difficult for you to fathom that you click or you make your payment after creating your cart on an app and 9 minutes later your doorbell rings. It was unimaginable prior to 2022. But this entire fight in quick commerce got boiled down to who can deliver your items quicker, right? Now, coming to who are the players in this market, you had Grofers being bought by Zomato, changed to Blinkit. You had Swiggy starting its own quick delivery service called Instamart. And you also had another player called Zepto. And Dunzo, which had just become from a delivery app to a quick commerce app, finding its feet by way of expansion across the country. So, very basic, obvious sort of reasoning tells you that the space is ripe for consolidation. And when it comes to consolidation, you will have perhaps 2 or 3 big players surviving, and anybody else who's unable to scale at that rate, who's unable to acquire customers at that rate and have a clearer path to profitability is not going to make it. And Dunzo seems to be the one quick commerce company in India right now who is unable to make money. Now, as a result of this, there were issues all of 2023 about delayed payments, salaries not being credited to employees' accounts. Dunzo coming out with statements saying that our delivery riders are paid because they are gig workers and they are not linked to a salary. It's the corporate employees who haven't received salary, etc. But in all of this, the idea was for Dunzo to raise more money. And to raise money, it was looking back at its 2 biggest investors, being Google and Reliance. And multiple talks of another fundraise round have actually not resulted in anything fruitful yet for Dunzo. And any new investment coming into an already sort of, falling through the cracks sort of a quick commerce player, is not good news for the company.
Absolutely not very good news. And I remember at the peak of pandemic, Kartik, and I was in Bangalore and Dunzo wasn't really available in Delhi at that point in time. Dunzo did allow me to buy quite a few items that you wouldn't be able to go out and buy yourself owing to pandemic restrictions. And the company seemed to be doing really well back then. So as I said, another company that took a beating immediately after things started turning around. People could go out, perhaps no more needed that quick service delivery, and hence why Dunzo could not make it.